Hello and welcome to northwestern Canada. In this video we take on a famous challenge and drive a round trip of almost 1700 kilometres or 1100 miles, almost all on mud and gravel for no other reason than we could. We start in Dawson City, a city with strong links to the Klondike gold rush of the late 1800s. Many of the old buildings have been restored and preserved, and the city became a UNESCO World Heritage Site because of its archaeological record, highlighting the development of the town from its First Nations origins. Whilst there, we took on the Sourtoe challenge, where you take a shot of whiskey containing preserved human toe. The only rule is you can drink it fast, you can drink it slow, but your lips must touch that gnarly toe. Oh, and you should not swallow the toe either. Yes, this has happened. Having successfully completed the challenge, we became members number 116965 and 116966 of the Sourtoe Cocktail Club and had the certificates to prove it. Although it varies according to who you are talking with, to complete the Pan American, you need at some point to visit the Arctic. When driving, there are two options, the Dawson Highway in Alaska or the Dempster Highway in Canada, but it's only by driving the latter that you can get your vehicle all the way to the Arctic Ocean. You have to take a bus tour in Alaska. We had seen lots of warnings about big trucks on the highway throwing up stones from the road surface, but on the whole the drivers were respectful and slowed down as we passed. The road surface was at best undulating, but with some serious washboard sections which made the driving quite tiring. There are several airstrips alongside the road, and in one place the road is the airstrip. A small plane would definitely be the easiest way to travel around up here. The first town we came to on the highway is Eagle Plains, about 30 kilometres short of the Arctic Circle, which at 405 kilometres is almost halfway. I use the term loosely as it's more of a collection of buildings, including a hotel, RV park, restaurant and a very basic fuel station. The road passes through ever-changing terrain, across large plains, through small mountain ranges, across two rivers and finally onto the Arctic tundra. After spending the night at the Arctic Circle, we continued in the rain and mud into the Northwest Territories. Here we had to take two ferry crossings across rivers which in winter freeze over to become ice roads. After some days, we hit our first tarmac in Inuvik, originally the end of the Dempster Highway. Here we were able to top up on a few supplies and wash off some of the mud, which was no doubt adding kilograms to the weight of the van. In 2017, the gravel road from Inuvik to Tuktoyaktuk was completed to create the first all-weather route connecting the Canadian road network with the Arctic Ocean. The weather plays havoc with the road, and along with melting permafrost, it disappears in places. It's a permanent job to keep it drivable. Fortunately for us, the sun came out and we were able to complete our journey to Tuktoyaktuk from now on in much better conditions. In fact, we ended up spending 4 nights parked on the edge of the ocean enjoying the warm sun. Even the obligatory polar plunge was a pleasure. The local community still relies on hunting and fishing, but with the extension of the road from Inuvik, the tourist trade is slowly growing. The sun stayed out for our return journey and the number of vehicles on the road was increasing, although whatever the conditions, tackling the road on a bicycle seems total madness. There is plenty of camaraderie on the road, and if you're pulled over, people stop to check that you're okay. We noticed a bike fallen over at the side of the road, but it turned out its owner had only stopped for a spot of fishing. After 1,760 bone-jarring, teeth-clenching kilometres, we made it back to Dawson City with the van slightly shaken but completely intact. No issues with the windscreen nor the tyres. Completing the route for the first time gave us a real sense of accomplishment. But would we do it again? That would be a very definite no. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you again soon when we return to more sedate travel.